Thank you. What does it mean to be an innovation leader? Steve Jobs says innovation distinguishes between leaders and followers. Innovation matters. I want you to imagine the use of atomic bomb in the Second World War. I want you to imagine the moment where the Ottoman Empire has overthrown the Mamlukis using gunpowder. I want you to imagine the moment when iPhone hit the market and Nokia was behind. In real life, innovation can create or make a nation. It matters. In the battlefield, it's life and death. In business, it's wealth or bankruptcy. Innovation matters. Maybe not in our countries, where wealth is dependent on natural resources and maybe security is imported. So, where do we find innovation leaders? You tend to find innovation leaders sometimes in universities, but don't be very optimistic. Those leaders who continuously explore new technology and new thought avenues. Those leaders, you might find them in startups. You might find them in businesses or in global research centers. I remember a reply to a friend of mine. I told him, without doubt, I am an innovation authority. I have a good track record of innovation, from my MSc dissertation to the drone that I have built.
Innovations lead to destruction of society.
Could be. That's could be and something that could happen, but I did not destroy anything. So the things we innovate, whether it was master dissertation was a railway innovation, whether it was the drone was something new to the world, or whether it was the co-creation movement. Innovation can be disruptive, but the things that I have created is not disruptive. So where did all of these innovations that I have created gone? Where are they now? It did not make much money for me. No, I'm not rich today. But $100 billion were spent in the railway market in the region. Turkey became a global leader in drone technology, and their drones are being used in the battlefield, and they are making a difference. And of course, the Lensa app becomes viral, which was some kind of an advanced version of our Snapbot app. So something is wrong, and we know it. Something about this is wrong and we know it. Usually countries compete with each other over innovation. And the United States is one of the most competitive countries in the world.
It's not innovation, this is spying.
Yeah. China. I think China more.
Could be. Whether it was China or whether it was the United States, we are still using iPhone on a daily basis, Google, Windows, and I'm not sure if it's spying. Could be spying, but spying with a better technology, so it's helping for their advantage. Having a technology better than American technology is the dream of the Russians, the dream of the Germans, the dream of the Turkish, the dream of the Chinese. They all want to have something better than American technology. So let us tell you about what we do today. Today, we beat ChatGPT 4, the most advanced AI system in problem solving. We engage in a co-creation activity, in a co-creation workshop. We solve problems based on a strategy, and we come up with solutions, and we benchmark against AI.
Robots are not humans.
Well, I'm talking about our workshop. Robots are not humans, but they can help in finding solutions these days.
How is this that you beat ChatGPT for?
We have a benchmark of what solutions we found, and we
There is
ask,
indications?
yes, we ask AI the same questions, and we see what they have answered.
They have more wisdom right now because they access things.
Well, we proved wrong. Today, the output of a co-creation workshop is more superior than the output of ChatGPT or an average American professor. And most probably, the combination of two. So, this leads me to tell you about the 5-year-old kid genius. So today I have 11 online courses, I have published 19 books, I have many co-creation platforms, and I have a large online group. This put me in a more advanced position than an average university professor who does not engage in research. And this is what innovation does. It gives you an advantage. And by the way, many of these professors were smarter than me at the age of 5. And by that I mean, they were genetically, their genes, and they're naturally more intelligent and have more creative power to lead a technical innovation. However, today co-creation has the potential to transform inclusion, innovation, and education. I will not be surprised at all if I found a franchise of a new co-creation cafes spreading all over the city for young people to find a community, to join a team, to find mentorship, find training, solve problems, and find personal relationships. I will not be surprised if this happens. And actually, this is already happening these days. We see this on a daily basis. So please, take care of your innovation leaders because they make a difference, and in countries, they can make or destroy a nation. And as Thomas Edison said once, Thomas Edison said, a genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. So roll out your sleeves, join the co-creation movement, and let us transform innovation one idea at a time. Thank you. You can ask questions.
So do you believe that innovation beats AI?
Of course. Today this is, we ask, for example, what is the solution of unemployment? And ChatGPT will give you a group of answers, 3, 4, 6, 7 answers. And we ask, for example, a human being, an expert in unemployment, what is the solution for unemployment? And sometimes the human gives more detailed, more specific, more innovative solutions than ChatGPT, which tends to give very general solutions. So in that regard, yes. And we are, as humans, better in general AI, general creativity, doing multiple things together. AI can be very smart and very good at doing mechanical things, calculations, for example. I don't think humans can beat calculators, or a human can beat AI, but we can beat them in creativity and in general stuff that includes multiple tasks.
What about case-sensitive situations, like if it is about military, it is about medicine, or it is about money? It is so sensitive things. So whenever you're gonna act and go to solve problems in that way, if human being maybe cannot hold that responsibility because maybe cause severe damage. So you need to ask systems like intelligence system.
For
so
sure.
Can I help you?
For sure. So machine
Do you
learning, there is a degree of reliability and confidence, and our confidence in the models and what bias they can bring. For example, there is a very famous bias problem in AI, and the bias problem that, for example, AI can discriminate.
Speaking of bias,
for example, in healthcare.
Speaking of bias, do you think that human beings they have unconscious bias as well?
No, they are racist, and they have bias as well. Of course, and the AI, because it's trained based on humans, because AI is trained based on humans, it has bias too. So we have a bias problem. We have also a reliability problem, not to have outliers.
So you are saying that also co-creation has its own limitations, right? You are saying that, right?
Co-creation is about a group of human beings coming together in a structured process
They have
and solve
limitations.
problems, and it involves many activities. It has limitations.
What they are?
For example, the one limitation that we have in our workshop, that some of these workshops are highly dependent on the facilitator. Some of the workshops is about the number of people that we can include in one co-creation workshops. Some limitations associated with communication. So there is something, but there is a lot of value that is coming out of it. A lot of value that you see it in the young people's eyes coming to a co-creation workshop and feeling they are part of this community, expressing themselves and seeing they are contributing to a country strategy or to, for example, to a higher level goal in their life. So there is limitations, but I think there is also a lot of value. In the same thing, there is a limitation for AI, but there is a lot of value, and we need to combine both approaches in order to find the best things for us and for our problems and for our needs.
Are you willing to to work for a robot?
Not directly. It will be harsh. He will keep working me up at 6, and he will be very strict. I think robots will be very strict. We need someone lenient. I think there is a very nice philosophy, and there is a very nice argument about would robots develop emotions? And by that I mean, would robots feel you are tired today? Would they feel, for example,
Rasa, please, please.
Yes, I will.
I want to ask.
Yes, I will. Just let me finish it. So I think I will not be able to work for a robot, but I hope there will be some emotions developed by robots that they can understand each other.
You just mentioned that co-creation workshop can give a better answer, a better answer that can AI to ChatGPT
come up with.
So you mentioned that ChatGPT can give a general answers, while people, a co-creation workshop can give a detailed answer.
It depends on the people. It depends on the people,
let's
and it depends on the
assume
levels
that
of
the
preparation.
most
Yes.
experienced people.
Yes, they will definitely bring something more innovative.
I totally disagree with you. Because I totally agree. Let me tell you something. If you say that, then you don't know how to use ChatGPT. Because if you use ChatGPT in a proper way, then you will be surprised by the answers that you will get. If you give him a detailed input, then you will you will get a detailed output. If you say that in general, then you did not use it, or at least you don't know how to use it.
Do you have a count?
Because I did
Yes,
use
I
it,
do.
and I get
Plus.
I get an amazing answers for a detailed topic. Because the output of anything depends on the input. How much input do you have? You will give an output. An AI tool has a big input, has the big data, the data of all over the world. And no one in the world can have the same amount of this data.
But we do have tested this, Ali. I agree with you.
Okay,
ChatGPT
give me
is
an
a very
example.
powerful tool.
Okay, give me an example.
Okay, I will give you an example. So every workshop we can find a solution for a problem, and we benchmark against AI.
Okay, give me an example.
For example, in the last example was about women empowerment. That's the last workshop. And ChatGPT gave, to empower women, you need a lot of awareness, and our solution was more focused and give local context and give a much more innovative approach to the
ChatGPT is an interactive tool. You can keep just ask questions.
You can do, but
you can dig deeper into details. so you can get a clear answer.
You can do, but you can do. Even we have, you can do, but there is a limit and there is a way to compare. And what we compare, our answer against ChatGPT answer. But I think, Ali, that's a good argument. I agree. Ali, I agree. ChatGPT is a powerful tool, but I think we have something interesting. And you should come to our co-creation workshops and see what we do, and we benchmark against AI. Okay, so time. Do we have time? Or you have a question?
I have a question.
Please do.
Okay. This is last question.
Yes, go for it.
I want to talk about the life. At the end of the day, we want to keep the guys out.
Please,
out. Can we hear us, please? At the end of the day, I used to go work to take the money. At the end of the day, after 30 days, I got a good salary and I have a nice car and I have this. Okay? Okay. What is the benefit of innovation? What is the benefit of co-creation? If something give me a money, okay, I will go for it. If not, I will not go.
Of course,
This is the idea. This is I want to motivation.
And this is the problem.
Motivation to innovate this one.
Yes, and this is the major problem that we have. And for example, when I talked about the example of what the innovations we have done, the Americans in the Linsa app, or the Turkish in their drones, or for example, the Italians with the railway solutions, they are the ones who reap the benefits. So we have a fundamental problem, and it's a big problem for our innovators and young leaders who can create and make nations and destroy nations. We have a problem in incentivizing those leaders and making sure that we extract value out of their innovation. So I agree, there is a problem.
There is no
Yes, I have to finish here. There is time, but
I cannot eat. I want to eat.
yes, we'll solve this
I
problem.
want to drink water.
That is why I'm
I want
doing
to
this
drink
speech. I'm doing this speech to change minds. I'm doing this speech to spread awareness. I'm doing this speech because I know there is a problem and we'll fix it.
Well,
Final, guess I have to go.
I'm going to ask you, but I need one thing from you.
Yeah.
So I know I've been hearing the co-creation thing since I came to Jordan, right? And I still don't know what you really exactly do with that workshop. I really
Okay, we have something called a sport of co-creation. It's a quick process for solving problems. People pick a problem.
Problems, what type of problems?
Any problems in the society. We work based on the problems that are associated with those strategies. SDGs, do you know the Sustainable Development Goals? Okay, so there is a strategy for Jordan called Jordan Economic Reform Strategy, and they define a group of sectors where they want to make a change, and they every time we pick a problem, one of these, one of the elements of the strategy, and we try to innovate around it. So this is what we do, and we do this in a structured process, and we compare the solution with the other. Okay, thank you. Thank you.